Picture this. A night that was meant to be unforgettable for one of Korea's most beloved stars ends in a way no one saw coming. The 61st Baeksang Arts Awards had all the makings of Park Bo-gum's big triumph. Not only was he one of the night's hosts, but he was also a top contender for Best Actor thanks to his stunning performance in When Life Gives You Tangerines. Viewers had been moved, critics were impressed, and fans were convinced it was his time to shine. But when the winner was finally revealed, the room held its breath only to hear someone else's name. Park Bo-gum didn't win. That instant was heavy, the silence that followed more deafening than applause. You could see the sting of it on his face. After pouring everything he had into the role, he left without a trophy in hand. But that wasn't where the story ended, because miles away, across oceans and time zones, someone else felt that loss just as deeply. Kim Yoo Jung. She was in Paris, surrounded by flashing cameras and fashion's elite, but her heart was clearly elsewhere. She couldn't just ignore what had happened and what she did next. It changed everything. At exactly 3:14 in the morning, Paris time, Kim Yoo Jung went on Instagram and posted something that would set the internet ablaze. The image was raw, deeply personal. Park Bo-gum asleep, head resting gently on her lap. No lights, no glamour, just him in a moment of pure vulnerability. Gone was the polished idol the world knew. In that picture, he was just a man worn out, hurting human. And her caption, it's just one line, but it hit hard. To the one who gives everything, even when the world gives him nothing. I see you always. Within minutes, fans were stunned. What did it mean? Is this a quiet confession of love, or something even more profound? More than anything, it felt like a bold challenge to an entertainment world obsessed with perfection. Kim Yoo Jung wasn't just comforting Park Bo-gum. She was pushing back against the pressure that suffocates stars behind the scenes. But she didn't stop there. What she did next took everyone by surprise. Within 2 days, Kim Yoo Jung made a decision few in her position would even consider. She dropped her high-profile schedule in Paris, walking away from events that could have skyrocketed her visibility and career. And for what? She flew back to Kiranat for a shoot, not for a role, but for him. Park Bo-gum, still reeling from the emotional blow, wasn't left to face it alone. She was right there beside him, not as a co-star, not as a public figure, but as someone who genuinely cared. Her actions weren't just romantic, they were defiant. In a world that rewards image and ambition, she chose heart. She chose presence. And that choice spoke volumes. As word of her return spread, something bigger started to unfold. This wasn't just a viral moment anymore. It was a quiet revolution. What Kim Yoo Jung did reminded everyone that realness still matters. In an industry so often focused on perfect appearances, her refusal to play by those rules was a breath of fresh air. She showed the world the real Park Bo-gum, the man behind the accolades, behind the expectations, and in doing so, she reminded everyone watching that behind every spotlight is a person just trying to be seen for who they truly are. In the days that followed, Park Bo-gum broke his own silence. He opened up online, candidly sharing how the night had impacted him and how hard it was to process. And something beautiful happened. Fans rallied behind him. His feed overflowed with messages of love and gratitude, not just for his work, but for his courage to be honest. What began as a moment of heartbreak had become something else entirely. It became a stand for truth, for emotion, for vulnerability in an industry that too often demands the opposite. Kim Yoo Jung and Park Bo-gum didn't just show us what it means to care deeply. They reminded us what it means to be real, even when the world expects you to be perfect. If you were moved by this story, don't forget to hit that like button and drop your thoughts in the comments below. What do you think about stars breaking the mold like this? And if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe for more stories that go beyond the headlines. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.